Welcome. We're here to show you assembly of the Outermost chair. And we're here with Simon Perschbacher, who has done an amazing job with constructing these. So just to talk you through the best setup, we have a work surface that is large enough to set the chair on as you construct it. And there is the finished product. So you just want to at least, we're suggesting sort of a 4x6 sheet. The parts that you will receive in the box, we have the back rest, and we have a pair of back legs, front legs, the seat, the front apron here, pair of arms, and this is the front rail that holds the two legs together. As far as materials, you will be receiving two styles of screw, and Simon will describe what sizes those are, as well as the bits you'll need to drill them in. Suggest perhaps if you have two drills, then that is helpful. So Simon, what are the screws that we'll be using?
Right, so this one is a number 10, 1.5 inch stainless one. And these guys are pocket screws, I believe, 1.25 inch in length.
Yep.
And exterior rated, really important.
Okay.
That's why they are blue. We got a number 2 square bit for the pocket holes and for the pocket screws, and a number 3 Phillips bit for the stainless ones.
And the stainless, there's only 6 of them.
Right.
Exactly. And I'm just gonna walk you over to where they are. It's just sort of helpful to know. So they're the most visible. There's 2 in the side of the chair that attach the back leg to the backrest. And then there is one that you see that screws in the back of the front rail into the front legs. So those are the stainless screws.
Right.
Simon and I went ahead and just at least set the pocket screws in place. It's just helpful to get going. And there we are. So we will go ahead and start with Simon as far as the steps.
Started, right. It's definitely easier to have the backrest, so to speak, upside down. And then put it like this. Grab leg number 1. So when you have it upside down, it's obvious that the back triangle sticks out upwards. Just put it in, slides right in. You use the stainless ones. Get them in there. Make sure you have a nice, where you can put good pressure on them so you don't mess up the head. There we go, number 1. Same thing on the other side.
And you'll see these are slotted to
Correct.
fit perfectly around the backrest.
Right. And we do the same thing. Put some pressure on once we have them in. Just like this. All right, there we are. Up.
You'll see that those legs
Gonna come over.
flare out somewhat, so, all right.
Right. Next step, the front legs. Get those pocket screws in there. And obviously everything is pre-drilled, so you just need to kind of line it up with the existing holes.
So the bracket faces out.
Exactly. So once they stick out a little bit, just the tip, you can just put it on there. You don't even have to clamp it.
Once again, good reason to be setting on a fluffy surface.
Exactly.
There's 3 screws that hold that into place.
All right.
Yeah.
Same thing on this side. Sorry.
And these 3 that Simon is screwing in are the ones that go straight in, so the head of the screw will sit
Exactly.
flat on that
Right.
back leg.
So it's just preparing the screws for the apron, and I would definitely recommend using some clamps on that piece so it doesn't move while you're putting it on. Same thing, we're trying to find the existing hole.
He is putting
Clamp it on there.
2 clamps.
Make sure it's nice and flush so you don't damage the wood. These guys in there. All right.
And that was, where did you just screw?
This guy.
All right, so that's
Right.
that pocket screw
Right in
screws
there.
into the front apron.
All right, off to the next step. I'm just trying to get these guys down a little bit. There we go. Next up is the seat.
Okay.
Slides right in.
Slides right in. We did allow for a little bit of a space around the
Right.
legs for expansion and contraction of the
Correct.
wood. So you can see there.
Right.
All right.
I would actually leave the clamps in place just for another minute. We flip it down. Make sure you don't hit the table with the back legs.
Yes, I would say this is the most vulnerable spot,
Right.
not weak spot.
Exactly.
But the very tips of these back legs, if not moved around carefully,
Correct.
you don't want to bang those up.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. Some more clamps. Always good to have clamps.
Oops.
I'm gonna do this side first. It's a little tricky, but you gotta, same thing, you make sure you don't damage the wood in the back. Make sure it's on center.
So he has clamped the seat.
You don't want to go too tight, but you want to hold the seat in place, but give the screws a chance to slide into the existing holes. That's why I'm not going too hard under pressure. And then if you want to come over,
Yeah.
you start from whatever side.
So he is drilling from the seat into the backrest. There are 4 holes there.
Very straightforward. There we go.
Okay.
And then once you have these guys in,
And you're going up the side from the
you want to start in the
back
corner.
leg and start in the corner. So go side to side.
Yep.
Okay.
Take up the clamps.
Remove the lower clamps.
And then you can work your way up.
So now we're
You can actually.
going still from the legs into the seat.
Yep.
So we're finishing off those 4. Okay.
All right. So we got these guys.
Okay. So the side ones have
right.
just attached the seat to the back legs.
Correct. So there are 4 more down here. Feel free to flip the chair. I usually just go from the bottom.
And then there's
Now, generally, you don't want to go too hard on these pocket screws because they kind of tend to slide. Especially on the apron, you just want to find the sweet spot and stop where they start grabbing.
So these are the pocket screws that go from the front apron up into the seat of the chair.
All right.
So we now have all of the screws that go from the backrest, side legs, and front apron are now all screwed into the seat. I believe there are 16 of them. Is that correct? Are there 4 on the apron?
Yeah, we've definitely got 16 on the inside, plus the
great.
like 2 here and there, and
Yeah.
3 going into the front legs. So we flip the chair again. Here we are, almost there.
Yeah.
I would say we're gonna do the armrests first. This is a little, I'm not saying tricky, but you want to do the same thing. You want to get those pocket screws in there just a little bit.
So the pocket screws just get up just under the surface
Just a tip.
of the board. And you will see this beautiful notch that Simon has done.
So the back is obviously easy to line up, and then in the front you just want to see where those pocket screws stick out, and again find the existing holes.
And the second side on.
Over here.
So he's just been drilling the screws to where the tips just show, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Because that'll help you align
Totally.
the arm.
And again, you can do it in the back, you don't have to. It's helpful, but definitely in the front. Otherwise you will never find the
So having the tip
holes.
come just above helps you
We are
line up the arm.
pretty much. All right, can actually do the front first because the holes are there.
So he is screwing from the bracket, the side arm brackets, up into the armrest.
And then the back.
And then next he's going from the back rail
Right.
up
And this,
into the arm.
and this is another spot where I wouldn't go too hard on the pocket screws.
Yeah.
Because they tend to slide.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
2 more. One more part.
Yep. Last part is the bottom rail that fits
It's right in.
between the 2 legs.
It's a tight
And
fit.
it is a tight fit.
You may
which we
have to use
like.
the clamp, but you don't. I mean, like depending on.
And you're gonna want to put it in the right way. There is a taper cut right from front to back.
This is flush. And should I get it? Like it's tapered in both directions.
So
Actually,
you can see. There we go. Yeah.
I mean, this
Make
is a
sure
good.
that.
We have this countersink, so
Yeah.
that's a good indicator that this is going to be on the outside.
Look at that.
That's it.
That's the sound of a good fit.
I guess.
Yep. And then he is drilling. These are the other stainless screws. So he is drilling through the rear side of this lower rail.
All right. That's about it.
There we have it.
All good.
Beautiful job. Yes.
Yep.
I want to head around to make sure that All the joints are tight.
Right.
That back rail, the arm on the bracket, and the lower rail. And it is just, these are made so beautifully that you really shouldn't be seeing
So the
any seams.
stainless, they just go flush.
Yeah,
The wood.
stainless screws.
Very important over here. You don't want to. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
This
one
guy, you
thing
don't
is
wanna
as
go
you
too hard.
screw from the back of that lower rail into the front leg, you just want to go slowly. If you screw too fast, too deep on that, you don't want to split the end of that rail. That is one good warning. Thank you, Simon. So there you have it. The Outermost chair. And certainly if you have any questions, you can contact me at Outermost 617-285-0118. You can text or call there while you're constructing. I will do my best to be available. Or chris@outermosthome.com. There you go. Thank you, Simon. Beautifully made. Great job.
Thank you.
That's right. Thanks so much.
Enjoyed it.